Vampire Therapist is a visual novel developed and published by Little Bat Games. You play as Sam Walls, a gunslinger turned vampire who grew tired of being a self-described murderous bastard and spent 90 years on a journey of self-reflection, during which he began to recognize some of the destructive thought patterns that plagued him and his undead associates. Now, he wants to use these insights to help more of his fellow bloodsuckers deal with the harmful habits, toxic mindsets, and emotional baggage they've been accumulating over their centuries-long lifetimes. The game was made in consultation with a licensed therapist, so Sam and his mentor Andromahos utilize some authentic cognitive behavioral therapy concepts during sessions with their ancient and eccentric clients. Gameplay consists primarily of clicking through dialogue, choosing among various response options, and, most notably, identifying which cognitive distortions Sam's patients are falling victim to, so he can gently spur their discussions in a more compassionate, self-aware direction. There aren't any real consequences for selecting a wrong answer. Andromahos will simply give the player a hint and allow them to try again as many times as necessary. So the resulting experience is one of mindful listening and learning, rather than a high-stakes quiz scenario where every choice matters. Vampire Therapist also incorporates 2 mini-games that seem intended to function as palate cleansers between therapy sessions. One is centered on biting necks and the other on practicing meditation, but these are ultimately too simplistic and appear too infrequently for the player to really sink their teeth into them. Vampire Therapist's lifeblood is its satisfying blend of comedy and sincerity, which is showcased via outstanding voice acting and writing that strikes a satisfying balance between witty and willfully silly. Cyrus Namadi, perhaps best known for his portrayal of Theseus, Dionysus, and Ares in Hades, boasts directing, writing, programming, and acting credits in Vampire Therapist. So if you're a fan of the cheeky humor and masterful line delivery of the aforementioned roles, you're likely to appreciate Vampire Therapist's cast of characters as well. Each of Sam's 4 clients is dynamic and engaging, and I enjoyed delving into their delightfully dysfunctional psyches, learning to identify which distortions they're most susceptible to, and watching their progress over the course of several therapy sessions with Sam. The game's conversational format and character deep dives reminded me a bit of Coffee Talk, just with darker subject matter, a more playful tone, and the distortion identifying mechanic providing a way to contribute more directly to the discourse. Barring some relatively minor issues, such as a couple of repeated dialogue sections and subtitles that differed from the voiceover slightly, my 9.5-hour playthrough of Vampire Therapist was thoroughly entertaining and surprisingly informative. It's a well-crafted narrative game that manages to execute an outlandish concept in a heartfelt way, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's next for Little Bat Games. Vampire Therapist is available now for $14.99 on PC.